Good afternoon, everybody, east, west, north, south, worldwide, and welcome to the Hood Point. Woo, woo! This is your man, Keith Allen. Along with me is Ms. Audrey Marshall.
What up, what up, what up?
On the Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, yes.
And the prequel to my B-Day.
Yeah. Let's get it in. Turn up.
Got it in for show yesterday. And Long Island is nothing to mess with.
Try it with some strawberry. Have a strawberry Long Island.
It was crazy. Because I wasn't doing nothing at first. Some boys just called me and said, hey, we going to come pick you up.
Hey, I ain't mad at you.
Right. And
being chauffeur for your birthday, that's a good
thing.
Yeah,
you know.
That's a win-win situation.
Feel like
and
a
have a couple of drinks, too. Ooh, yeah.
I can drink up, turn up, and everything. I ain't got to worry.
Right.
I just hope they don't drink up, turn up.
Yeah, that's the question.
You be like, wow.
So what else do you have planned for your birthday celebration, even though you going all week?
I'm going to play it by ear each day, basically.
Okay, I ain't mad at you.
Never know what happens.
Keep your options open. Never limit yourself.
Exactly. I just play it by ear and everything. Like, okay.
But other than that, how was your week?
So far, yeah, it was cool. It was actually cool. It was real cool and things.
Working hard making biscuits?
Yeah. I'm working hard making mini donuts.
Oh, Lord.
No biscuits, mini donuts. Little minis.
Gotta work 4 times as hard, huh?
Right, exactly.
I feel you.
But it was cool, though. We got through the week and everything.
That's
and
cool.
The weekend is here, which is a long weekend.
Yes, we got a long weekend. For some of those that have a longer weekend, if you took off on Friday and have Monday off, that's cool, too.
Right. You're going to have to come back to work till Tuesday.
You've been off Thursday to Tuesday. Man. There's no way you can't get your party in and have some fun.
So I was like, whew. I'm glad because I only work Tuesday and Wednesday next week also.
Oh, okay.
Then I'm off Thursday, Friday.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yes.
Oh, that's a Sam Silky job there. Man,
yes.
Would love that schedule.
Right. I can't wait.
Coming into work, jolly go lucky. What's wrong with you? Hey, I ain't got to work for so many days.
I ain't got to see y'all till next week. And it's Wednesday.
Yeah, I hate you for
huh?
that. Right.
It'll be all right.
Talking about haterism.
They will be definitely all right.
You're going to have a dagger on your back.
Man. So you went to a meeting earlier.
Yeah, I went to a Breaking the Cycle organization meeting, which is an organization that helps felons be re-entered into the workforce.
Okay.
It's a great conversation with a lot of people, got to network with a lot of people. Thanks for the invite, Mike Jones, for inviting me to the event today. You'll see more of me, which is a nice organization because you have a mixture of people that don't have felonies but are very committed to the cause of helping people getting back into the workforce or being reproductive back into the community and building our community at a grassroots level. But then you also have the people that are really affected that do have felonies.
Right.
Regardless of how long it is, they have a barrier to getting a job, gainful employment, which is a good thing. One of the things I learned, which was really astounding to me, was the fact that Cuyahoga County is predominantly Democratic.
Right. Yes.
I'll say Democratic. And most of the people that are elected, I'm not going to say all, but most of the people that are elected and appointed to these offices in Cuyahoga County are aggressively going after laws that make it harder for ex-felons to get a job or gainful employment only because they're making it more accessible by their laws that they're passing to make people's record more accessible. Out of all the cities and states throughout the United States, Cuyahoga County is the most aggressive one that's willingly pulling out people's records out in public.
Why is that, basically?
I have no clue. It was a discussion that we had at the meeting today.
Okay.
There's really no one answer as to why, but you can always speculate as to why. You know, me being a conspiracy theorist.
Right.
It's really about taking away certain people in society or the population from not obtaining a job.
We got a phone call.
Well, hello.
The Hood Point, speak up. Hello?
All I hear is static.
Hello?
Hello? Caller, can you hear me?
Going in 1, 2,
Done deal.
3. Close it out. Town Porter was closed.
Right.
Man.
But back to our conversation. It's really about having people access to jobs and having them dependent on a society's social safety net, quote unquote, to be dependent on them. A lot of people that are affected by these laws that are passing are Black and Hispanics and Latinos, but predominantly Black people.
Yep.
Whether it's a male or a female. The laws have always been aggressively towards Black males, but now they're lumping in Black females as well.
Right. There's a bigger rise of Black females being incarcerated now.
Yeah, it is. Only because look at the social system that we have. No pun intended, we all have a choice of what we do in our lives, and that's a personal choice.
Right.
But there is certain things as accountability. But say, for instance, you can do your time, you can do the crime, you can do the time, but then when you come out, there's no system set in place for you to be a productive citizen in a community. You really have to do it at your own pace and do it at your own will and mind and pull your own bootstraps up. Yeah.
It's crazy. It's very crazy. It's like you're not going to lock them up forever, so they got to have a way to live, have a way to survive, or else they'll be right back in the system again.
Well, yeah, that's true. And then also you have to look at it. Certain institutions don't provide the training or the vocational training or skill sets that people need to come back into the community like they did back in the past. Back when we was growing up, people that went to prison, they was able to learn a trade or a skill or something, and then when they came out, they was able to get a job. But now, because of social media and a lot of things and everybody's information being out in the public, you really have to do things on your own time. You have to work within the system that's already there. You have to navigate and be like that little mouse going through a maze and trying to go dib and dab and pass these bylaws. You have to work within the laws to go by their laws.
That's true. That's so true. That's crazy. So what you had an opinion about issue 7. And what was it? Basically? Well, actually share with the world what you shared with me.
Well, my personal opinion about issue 7 that just passed in Cleveland was it's just another tax on middle and poor families to pay for those that are benefiting from the system. Okay. For instance, issue 7 was about passing a 20-year sin tax to pay for our sports facility, professional sports facilities, over the 20 years course of time. However, if you really think about it, those leases at those buildings and those facilities do not go past 5 years. So why are you guaranteeing 20-year payment for a facility that the lease is up in 5 years? Right. However, my thing is, I'm not politically correct, so I'm going to say this, and I might take flack, and I might not get any business no more after this. However, I just think that issue 7 was kind of sort of say front money to have a lot of these conventions come to town. I'm not mad. Do what you need to do to generate money to better the city and bring us to the plate so that we can be the city that we used to be known for back in the days. Right. Which I don't have a problem with that. But if you're going to do things like that, at least be honest about it.
That's true. I think you make a valid point because you think about those buildings was basically paid for.
They've been paid for.
Right. And now all of a sudden now they want to come up with a tax. But you figure now you got the Democratic Convention, the Republican Convention. Which we are finalists of. Right. You got the gay games coming up. Yes. In August. And got some other stuff coming up.
A whole lot of stuff that's in the pipeline. I'm not mad. Right. Just make sure that you reinvest that money and give it back to the people.
That's true.
If you ask us to pay for it, then you should be able, if you get the money back off that investment, then you should pay it back to the people and say, these things happen, or reinvest it back into the city.
Right, exactly.
No more hands in the cookie jar.
That's true.
Because we lagging behind.
Very.
In every area of the business except medical. And
medical is their mainstay here now. That's the new industry.
You're right.
In Cleveland, anyway.
Yes.
It took the place of the steel industry and all that stuff. Everybody now is nurses and stuff like that.
Medical field is a big field because you have to think about it. You have the baby boomers that are being more often into the into the hospitals now because they're at their end of stages of life.
Right.
You just got to be very careful. I mean, we have to go back to our roots. I mean, there's nothing wrong with growing your own garden.
Yes.
Using no pesticides. You last longer. Just think about it.
That's what's keeping people sick in the doctor.
Food.
Basically. It's
pesticides and chemicals. Think about it. Our grandparents didn't live 80 and 70 and 100 years old for nothing. They did it for a reason. They were brought up to depend on themselves and grow their own food.
Right. Because
you are what you eat.
I remember when I was younger, I never seen, excuse me, watermelon without the seeds.
Yeah, me neither.
Those were so uncommon back in the days, and now they're
GMOs.
Genetically made.
Right. Don't be surprised. Scary. They developing stuff in the petri dish.
Mm-hmm. They probably gonna have cloned humans in a minute.
They might have them already. You don't know.
Right.
So, what do you think about the Cavs and the Browns?
Talking about a conspiracy.
Woo. Oh.
I never thought for a day the Cavs was going to be drafting one again.
Not at a 1.7% chance.
Right. And that's crazy because I was like, they kept going past the teams. And I said, ninth, I know it's going to be the Cavs. And it was somebody else. I was like, whoa. Then I heard right after that, the Cavs will be picking in the top 3. I said, oh, my goodness.
So what's your conspiracy theory thought?
I guess they're trying to repay Dan Gilbert for losing LeBron. Well, they probably know, hey, we told them to all get together and things, you know. They were supposed to come to Cleveland, but I guess they liked it Miami.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's crazy.
It's all about the money. I ain't mad at you, quote unquote, Dan Gilbert, if you paid a little to get up at top. I ain't mad. We on the pay-to-play system. I love it. You got to pay to play.
Right. Thing about it, Dan Gilbert wasn't even at the lottery draw. Dave
Nor
Griffin
his son.
Neither one of them. Dan Gilbert said he was at a meeting or stuff that he spoke at.
Yeah.
And he found out.
And he thought it was a joke.
Right. He thought somebody was joking. And said, we got it again.
Yeah.
Who do you think they should draft with that one?
I don't know. I know we need a big man that just have a junkyard mentality and be able to defend the paint.
Okay.
I think that's our number one thing that we need.
Right.
Other things we can work around, but we need that one person that's going to be able to be standing in the paint and say, you come in this little area over here that I'm in charge of, you're not going to make it easy. And that easy stuff got to go.
So
soft stuff got to go.
So you must be leaning to Kansas Center Joel Embiid.
Oh, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fully say that.
Yeah.
But kind of, sort of.
He's cool.
But I don't know if he has that junkyard mentality potential. Even though he showed a little bit in college. Right. College is totally different from pros. Mm-hmm. You playing with big dogs now. You no longer in the sandbox with the keys.
Plus, also, you know, he kind of had a back injury too, and that's kind of
iffy. That's why I said kind of sort of
20-year-old. Yeah,
that's why I said kind of sort of only because of that. A back injury, you're not gonna be able to defend too many people, especially when they come in full speed at you like that.
Right.
And you just gotta think about it. You gotta play LeBron four times out the year.
4 times out the year.
2 of them is probably gonna be exhausting.
Mm-hmm. All 4 of them going to be exhausting.
Exhausting, exactly. Especially if he come at you full throttle, because he's a big dude.
He's gonna come
compared
at
to
you
when he
for a
came out of
buck.
high school.
He's gonna come at you for a buck. It was something on my mind about that. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. I'm leaning kind of towards. At first, I was leaning more towards Jabari Parker because the Cavs. I mean, yeah, the Cavs do need a small forward and stuff.
So why you change?
I'm getting more. I'm leaning more over to Wiggins now.
Why?
He just got a high upside. His upside could be to the ceiling. But I also think now, if I was a Cavs GM, I'd probably draft somebody that can help me win now. And right now, that'd be Parker. Jabari Parker.
You're right.
Because he has the more consistent game. Even though people talking about he's a tweener and stuff or whatever like that, if he can play defense, I'll let him play whatever on offense and everything, you know. Because he could play 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 at times. So, you know. I lean toward Parker, but I think Wiggins has the highest upside of the three.
Have a better chance of...
Right. But if Embiid's injury history checks out right, he might be the best thing, potentially. I just don't trust it with back injuries.
Yes. Well, I would trust back injuries in basketball more than I would football.
Oh, no, you through.
Right. That's like you dropped your stock value talking about football.
You might be in a wheelchair.
Considering that the rules that they have in basketball now, it might benefit him.
Yeah.
Especially on the Cavs. And you got all the right pieces about it.
Yeah, only difference is he playing on that paint.
Yeah.
And that block and everything. So his back history or whatever has to check out and stuff for that.
Yeah, and that you always got to make sure you got somebody else right beside him to help him out, too.
That's true.
Especially, you know, if he going to have problems. You know, there's nothing wrong with communication. Your back hurt? Hey, look, I'm going to need somebody to help me out on this, man. So, you know, work together. That's what a team is supposed to be.
Then there's also rumors that the Cavs might trade the first round pick.
Yeah,
I heard rumors of him from trading to Minnesota for Kevin Love. Don't get me wrong, I like Kevin Love and everything, but I wouldn't make that trade because I'm not convinced that he would stay here.
Why would you say he wouldn't stay here?
He's ready to get out of Minnesota.
Yeah, you're right about that.
He actually wants to go to a bigger market. He probably wants to go home to LA or Golden State.
Any one of those LA teams.
Right. Anyone, yeah. So, you know, he might want to go home, but I don't think he would sign an extension to stay here. People was putting a conspiracy theory talking about, well, if that might entice LeBron to come back.
Oh.
My attitude is this: Cleveland, let him go. Just let him go.
You know that people
let him go.
People always have to keep their hopes up for the white hope.
Let him go.
Hey.
If he comes back, it'll be later on in his career. Like when his kids start playing high school ball and stuff like that. That's what I think.
That's what, another 10 years maybe?
Oh, his son like 9 or 10.
Well, and they got one younger.
And one about 7.
Okay, well, yeah.
And they got one in the oven.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that one.
Yeah. But I think by the time his boys get older, where they be about to play high school ball and stuff, he'll probably want to be here for that when they both be playing together. Which will make him probably about 36 or something like that.
I ain't mad.
Right. So, Cleveland Cavs just need to operate as though LeBron is never coming back. Get the best team possible so they can at least...
We have the right pieces so far.
And we need a coach.
Yeah. We definitely need a coach.
Mm-hmm.
So who do you think we need to get for a coach? Who are your possibilities? Your top 3? Whether it be pros or college.
Okay. I like Lionel Hollins.
Okay.
I like Mark Jackson.
Yeah.
And I like even a chance of Rick Pitino or somebody.
You think he coming back? No.
I doubt it. But
Rick Pitino, I don't think he's coming back to basketball.
But you know, he
professional basketball.
Right. But you know, in Kentucky, they're never satisfied.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Then that might get to him later on, but you know what I'm saying? Well, not Rick Pitino. Well, damn. Did I say Rick Pitino?
No, that's Louisville. Rick
Right.
Pitino coached Louisville.
Calipari.
Calipari.
Yeah, so Calipari, you know, he might get tired of it down there.
I don't know. He might. He may not. I don't know. Depends on how his recruiting class is.
But I do know one thing: Dan Gilbert just need to let the people that run the basketball run the basketball.
So in other words,
Stay
let the
out
owners.
the way.
You own.
Sign and cash the checks.
Thank you.
That's all.
Well, that can go the same thing with Jerry Jones too.
I've been suffering with that for the past 20-something years. Jerry Jones is why Dallas is where they are.
Yeah.
Because he mellows too much. Even though this year in the draft they actually made a smart football decision.
Yeah.
They got a tackle. And like I was telling people, they're not going to draft Johnny Manziel when they done just gave Romo an extension.
Yeah.
They're not going to draft Manziel.
I don't know. I just think they're just... I just don't see Romo getting him over the hump. That's my opinion.
Well, I want to say that I think their defense needs to get a little better, too.
Yeah.
Because I will say this, whenever Romo's in the game, Dallas can score 30.
They can.
It's just the defense. Their defense was terrible.
Their defense don't let the offense get enough time to rest.
Mm-hmm.
They seem like they just 1 and out or 3 and out.
Their defense is terrible. So I think their defense needs to get some work and everything. And I think also, I'm not a big Jason Garrett fan either of those. He should have been fired.
I didn't like him as a player.
How can you go 8-8, 9-7 for the past 3-4 years and still have your job?
I just didn't like him as a player.
Wow.
So I really didn't have too much optimism about him as a coach.
True.
But, you know, in the way of the world today, you always promote those that you're connected to, the ones that relate and that think like you, which is beyond my business sense. If you run a business, you can't have everybody thinking the same way because you never accomplish anything.
Right.
Or you don't bring in outside or ideas or diverse ideas, or you can't collaborate because you all thinking the same.
Yeah.
So having a team that think the same may be a disadvantage and an advantage to your competitors because they know exactly how you operate.
Mm-hmm. I think they need to do something after this year. If he finished 8-8, they got to go to the playoffs.
Well, he signed the contract, so what they gonna do? Fire him and pay him?
Win it.
They're gonna fire him and pay him, huh?
Who, Jason Garrett?
Yeah, they're gonna fire him after signing a
sign
3-year
an
contract,
extension,
and they're gonna fire him after 1 year his extension contract, and then they're gonna have to pay the extra 2 years.
Hey, it's the Cleveland way.
Bad business sense. But hey, it's your money. But we the fans pay for it.
Nah, Jerry Jones don't make those kind of mistakes.
Well,
I will give him that.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm. Let
We
them
shall
start
see.
out 0-2 or 0-3 or something.
He have in the past, though, kind of made those mistakes back in the past.
Mm-hmm.
With some of his other head coaches he hired along the way.
Yeah, when he fired Tom Landry when he first came in. As soon as he got approved, he said, Tom Landry fired. I said, damn.
So, you know, it is in his MO to do that.
Right. But I guess now he just done got contempt.
Yeah.
Because he make out now,
More content with being on the sideline and sitting in that press box.
Because you got to think he, what I was going to say?
I don't know. I guess that's old.
He got the Jerry Palace. He got the Jerry Palace now, and he's hosting big events there and everything. The Jerry Palace. So hopefully they start back to winning again, you know.
Yeah. At least have a team that's comparable to the 80s.
That's true.
80s, early 90s.
Right. Because I said, man, Dallas been sucking for 20 years. I said, they ain't even been no better than Cleveland.
Yeah, well, they've been better.
They've been better, but I mean, if you look at 8-8, still not making a playoffs.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Or you getting beat the last game of the season by every
well, you know,
division
8-8 on the American conference. You know,
Might
that's
make it.
you know, it's a little bit easier to get an 8-8 team.
Right.
On our side, compared to on the north side.
On the NFC side.
Yeah.
I said, man, but still 8-8. All that talent they had, that's unsatisfactory.
Man, you told me Cleveland had an 8-8 season. Man, I would
you
love
have a parade here. They'll have a parade here for the Browns. They went 8-8. And they wouldn't even have. They could finish last in the division, and they'd finish 8-8.
We still gonna root on our team.
They would have a parade for the Browns. Everybody be marching around and everything, celebrating.
Yes.
Ooh, excuse me, because we ain't had a winning record since 2007 when we went 10-6 under Romeo Crennel with Derek Anderson was the quarterback.
Yeah.
Man.
I remember them days.
Yeah.
Them was the best days.
Yeah.
Fun and exciting and on the edge of your seat kind of days.
Right. It ain't been like that in a while.
But them Browns didn't give up though. They fought to the very end.
Yeah.
They ain't really give up too many leads. If they did, they came back and fought hard back to win.
Now, who would you think was the best Browns quarterback since they came back since '99?
No comment.
I got one.
Who?
I say Tim Couch was their best quarterback since they've been back. He led them to the playoffs.
Yeah. Okay. I give you that.
And you gotta think, if he had the talent that these
that
guys
we have
got now,
if we had the talent now back then,
if he'd had a Joe Thomas or Mac blocking for him,
or Joe Hayden,
right, or Josh Gordon and everything, he had that kind of talent. Cause
I think we would have went somewhere.
Yeah, he would have went somewhere with this squad.
Yeah,
because you gotta think when he played, all he had was one wide receiver.
Yeah.
Now it's Kevin Johnson.
Yeah, you're right about that.
He only had one dude. All the other receivers couldn't catch till Northcutt came and all them. But he only had one dude, that's Kevin Johnson, because they ain't had no running game.
Yeah.
Offensive line was terrible. That's the reason why his career was so short, because he was taking too many hits.
Of course.
He would have been loving this era here, but, you know.
Yeah, he would have probably played his butt off.
Right.
Probably would have laid it all on the line.
Right. Now the Browns part of controversy too, because I was listening to First Take, and Skip and Stephen A. Smith was going in on the Browns. Their handling of Johnny Manziel.
I didn't pay no attention. Yeah. I've been into my class and networking and business.
Well, you know, the coach has said that Johnny Manziel is the third string quarterback and everything, with the thirds and all that. But he was saying he's extremely inaccurate and stuff like that and everything, and saying Brian Hoyer is years ahead of him. Yeah.
Right.
Now, how do you feel about? You feel that they're disrespecting Johnny Manziel by making those comments public?
They have their opinion.
Right.
I'm not gonna knock that. I really haven't paid no attention to Manziel practicing, so I couldn't give my opinion on that. It's just gonna have to show. I mean, he's young. He just come into the league. He's in the big boy league. He just coming from.
He should be behind.
He should. I don't know any. Well, you can say you have some football players that came from college that came to the NFL that were very impactful. They was on it. They came in. They had an aura about themselves, and they was ready to play. That's rare that you do find those players. He has to develop. You have to give him time. I mean, just because you see a couple of things from his college days, and then now he's coming to the pros, and you just making a decision off of practice squads, that's kind of jumping the gun to me. I actually have to see them play, do some full games, in some preseason games, or that stuff they doing in Berea, that don't count for me.
Right.
You getting acclimated, you getting brought into a team so you can be conditioned and brought into the team to fit within the team, to get to know your teammates and your coaches and stuff. That really doesn't count for me.
Right.
When you start doing preseason games and then you practicing more, you got 7-day practices, then I understand them making that decision like that.
It's just, They ain't even OTAs.
This is just voluntary stuff for them, just to get voluntary mini camp, so they can get acclimated to know each other, their teammates, so they can get the playbook, so they can understand the system that they're working in.
That's crazy. That's
just like a job. This is orientation for him. Do you expect him to do all of that in orientation? No, you don't.
Right. So that's crazy.
But you know, that's how society is. Society is in an instant gratification society. If true. It's not there, if it ain't coming fast, it ain't winning fast, then people lose a lot of enthusiasm and hope within their team or organization, even within themselves or their team members. Right. So it's just going to take time. Just give it some time.
That's what I said. I see the good. I see what they're trying to humble them and everything.
Right.
But he never was a problem inside the locker room anyway.
No.
He was actually the first one, well, probably film watching and stuff. But he's usually the first one in and out of practice every day. So,
which is a good thing. That's right. A good trait.
He doesn't have that attitude because really money doesn't make him because he comes from money.
From money. Old money at that.
Right. So it doesn't really faze him. He just want to play football.
He just want to play football and win.
Right. And when somebody with attitude like that, I root for her. So,
especially when they don't have money on their back, right. on their brain. Like, okay, right. I'm out here, I gotta work for my money. No, he cool. He cool. He's set for life.
Right. And he's learning
he gotta learn his position.
Right.
And learn his craft. He got a better this is another step for him learning his craft. Period.
But I see now it's like it's a perception. I mean, it's how I look at it now. It's like the media is too sensitive now. How the coaches may treat players and stuff like that. Where just let him earn his stripes. Because if it's meant to be, his true talent show up, he'll be the starter in September. They never said that it was a slam dunk.
Exactly.
That Hoyer would be the starting quarterback. They just said right now, Hoyer is listed as the number one starter. If we had to start a game today, Hoyer would be that guy.
Right.
And that doesn't mean nothing through preseason until they make the call in regular season.
That's just like you going to a job.
Right.
Football is a job. You get hired for a new job, you have to go through the orientation part first. Mm-hmm. Then once you get that, then you go through the training part. Then once you get finished that, then they give you the individual assignments, and you need to do your individual assignments. If you complete those assignments and tasks, then they'll reward you for that. Mm-hmm. This is his job. This is not gladiator sports, but we all think it is. But this is his job for him.
Oh, man. This is gladiator sports. Oh, wow. So what you think about the Indians?
Well, I'm not a baseball fan.
Oh, you're not a baseball fan?
I'm not a baseball fan at all, but I do like what they've been doing so far, even though I was kind of... Mm-hmm. I'm glad they swept the Tigers.
Oh,
That's
man.
good. I'm happy for that. I'm glad for that because that was our Achilles heel last season.
Right.
So I'm glad that we at least swept them. So now you beat the person that you was trying to get last year.
Right.
So I'm happy for that.
I'm glad they won. Yeah, they've been playing a lot better and stuff. I think their question marks is their defense and their starting pitching and everything. But I think they should be okay and everything. But
it's still early.
It was like this last year.
Yeah, but it's still early too.
Right.
They got till the end of October.
Yep. But I do know one thing. They made themselves look genius right now with not re-signing Justin Masterson.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
See, I don't watch baseball.
Yeah, they need.
So, I mean, if that worked for them, I'm happy for that.
Right.
We'll see how that lasts. We'll see if that decision was right.
Yeah.
But I don't know too much about baseball. So.
Oh, okay. So, what's going on this weekend?
Oh, nothing. I had the Breaking the Cycle networking meeting, breakfast this morning. Radio show today. I'm going to go home, get some more schoolwork done. I never stop going to class. Tomorrow, go to my in-laws and go to my mother's for the holiday. And then Monday, I'm back home. It's a regular day. It's a business day for me. I'm back in the class, doing my homework, doing business work, tying up some loose ends with some new contracts that I have. Other than that, It's a regular day. I'm an
nothing
empty
wrong with
nester,
that.
so I work.
Oh, you say you just
I work and network. Work, network, and go to school.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey,
So
I
you
done
do
had
what
all
it
my
do.
fun. Fun time is over with. Sandbox playing over with. Ain't nothing free nowadays.
That's true. That's true. So you have to go to school through the summertime?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
mind it.
You know?
No, I don't mind it at all.
Do you take most of your classes online, or do you?
I take all my
physically?
classes online.
Okay.
There's no classroom sitting for me. Sorry.
What?
That's not for me.
Why?
I have other things I have to do. I have a business I have to run. I have organizations that I'm a part of that I do community service in. Me sitting in class is not for me. I really didn't like it when I was getting my bachelor's degree at Cleveland State because it limited my ability to earn money.
Oh.
So
okay.
for me, sitting in class is time consuming. I'd rather for me to do it at home on my own time. I can get up at 3, 4 in the morning and log into class and do my classwork and be done by 6, 7 in the morning. Then I have the rest of the day do my business work and network and do what I need to do around the house and get some study time in. So I like better online classes, but
It's more convenient for you.
it's more convenient for me. But if you're not disciplined to do online class, if you're not,
Don't do it.
don't do it because it's a lot. You have to have a real structured discipline of time management skills and being able to work around your schedule. Like for me, I have nobody. My kids are grown. I'm an empty nester, so I have nothing but time to do what I need to do for me to go to class, work, network, do my community service, and have some time to myself.
Right. That's cool. That's definitely cool. Because, me, myself, I'd have to be in the class.
I didn't mind it at first, especially when you've been out of school for a long time.
Right.
It is better to get acclimated and work your way up to coming from sitting in the classroom, working your way up to being online.
Right.
But once you get to understanding how online classes work, some people find it a lot of benefit to them because you don't necessarily have to say, well, I can't work this week because I have classes Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, or
Right.
Monday through Friday, or Monday through Thursday, or Tuesdays and Thursdays I have classes. And then I have to work around my schedule, my school schedule to go to work and make money. Everybody have to make money some kind of way. So
That's
if you
true.
have to sacrifice one for the other, it's really not a big thing for
Right.
some people, but making money to survive and keep your household together is first important. So education kind of
very
falls.
important.
So education kind of fall to the wayside.
Right. That's true. Man. So when you'll be finished with Cleveland State?
No.
For your master?
For my master's, I'm going to University of Phoenix.
Oh, you is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cleveland State doesn't offer online classes for master's degree. You have some classes, but for the most part, you still have to go either online or you have to go sit in the classroom. I don't have time for sitting in classrooms. It's not for me because I have to sit in classroom probably 2 to 3 hours a day for probably 2 or 3 days out of the week and then have to come home to study outside of that. When I can do everything at home, I can study and do my homework at the same
Right.
time at home and cut a lot of my study time out of the way.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But I'll be finished probably this time next year with my master's degree.
Okay. What's up, G-Host?
Hey, G-Host.
Man, bare bone.
Right.
Bare
Right.
bone.
Bare bone.
You can hear a mouse pissing in here.
Man, nigga, I think I hear one too.
Exactly. Motherfucker like, we doing
Hello.
good.
Yeah.
I'm hungover.
Yes.
Yeah, I seen the
Right.
pics.
Man.
He was, them Long Islands had him.
Oh, you was there too?
No.
Shout out to Myron and Reg and Tanya. They held me down last night. And Ped, too. They held me down last night.
Yes.
What's up?
Ooh.
It ain't even a day yet.
Right. I got 5 days to go.
Right.
I'm going to try to.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm a walking bomb right now.
Yes.
Man.
Buddy.
Only thing I hate about it, though, is the hangover because your head be hurting and you got to do number 2. But then the number 2 don't come at that time that you want it to come.
Drink some hot coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
Drink some hot tea.
Did you take
Yeah.
can you take
My wife tastes like Peels or Anderson or Excel or whatever. Help her with
Hot tea will do it.
No, that helps you.
Hot tea will do it. If it ain't coffee, it's hot tea.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, whoa, I was feeling some kind of way.
And
this
if you're
morning.
smoking mild, smoke a mild. That'll do it too. It works all the time.
Ladies up. Just a mild.
Just a mild.
Just a mild.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh,
a
you got
mile.
the boot off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doctor cleared me to take the ankle boot off.
Okay. How's everything though looking?
Oh, I still have, they gave me additional 10 more sessions of physical therapy. I have to really recondition my ankle muscles to strengthen so I can walk
Okay.
outside of tennis shoes. Right now I'm
okay.
limited to tennis shoes,
Oh.
which is not me.
What kind of physical therapy? How you doing?
Oh, they got me doing some kind of everything. Leg lifts, wearing ankle weights, doing some treadmills, some different little exercises with my ankle.
No, who's a man or woman? He's a trainer.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's a cute little white boy,
You
too.
ain't try to massage your ankles? Yeah.
No, he don't do
Massaging your
that.
ankles.
No, he ain't do none of that.
come
But
here,
he's a
Miss
cute little
Marshall.
white boy, too, though. He a cute little white boy, too.
You're like, come here, Audrey Mae.
I wish he would call me Audrey Mae.
Let me massage the
He gonna get a
ankles.
karate chop in the throat. Call me some Audrey Mae. I love you, Bruce. I love you. I love you. I love
Oh, man.
Funny. Body chop.
Yeah.
No, it depends on how he say Audrey Mae.
you. No, I don't care how you say it. You still
He
get karate chop.
he might be like this, Miss Audrey Mae.
No, I'm cool. You still get it.
Let me massage your ankles.
No, sir.
Let me touch them.
You gotta sound retarded.
Right. He definitely gonna get karate chop then. Say it like that. You got nothing coming.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, man. It's just-
Can't even help you.
That's cool. How everybody what's man? Everybody doing good?
Okay, can't
You
complain.
know, I keep doing.
yeah.
The ankle boot. That's what's up.
Right.
Fought the squirrels. Got the squirrels out my house.
Yeah, that was the hottest
Man,
video of the week.
Yeah.
Man, I was so out of my hookup on Monday because I had some problems. I think I told you about it in the car and
Right.
things. But I forgot all about it. Everybody's like, Keith, did you see the Dave was fighting the squirrels?
Yeah, because he came in and told us about it 2 Saturdays ago and about the little squirrels. Then I'm like, okay, I just wonder how this gonna work out.
It is up in
And
the
then-
attic.
And then he gonna post a picture with the squirrels. I cracked up laughing. I damn near fell. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry, young man. I damn near fell out my damn seat.
And then when I watched the video, I said, oh my goodness.
That's what had me falling out my seat was the video.
That was the last one. I had 3 of them.
Man, you had 3 of them?
That's what had me falling out my seat was the video.
I remember I had one.
Because I couldn't visualize it when he was telling us the story. But then I seen the video. I'm like, oh, my Lord. I fell out the seat cracking up laughing.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. But these squirrels a mess. Because I was out earlier this week planting my garden and planting my flowers outside. And the little squirrel was just walking up to me. I'm looking at him. He looking at me. I'm like, okay, well, I'm about to throw stuff at. I threw a rock and threw a stick at the little squirrel. Didn't move now 1 inch. He didn't move for 8 hours. He just stood up on his hind legs and said, okay, you going to keep throwing stuff at me. I'm going to jump off. Then I seen him go up in the tree. And I'm planting my flowers. All I heard was some.
He just sitting there like he like.
Right. And he looking at me
With that food
like he
in
about to jump on my neck. I said, I'm about to go in the house. I'm cool. I don't know. I can't fight no squirrel. He too.
All you gotta do is hit him with that shovel on the top of the head. But you might go to jail for that nowadays.
I wish I would. He invaded my privacy.
Laws against the law now in America.
Right.
That don't include no squirrels. They are.
But I got a collar on it.
Hey, that's a different story.
Hey, that was my squirrel.
That was your
lucky.
choice. That was your choice to own the dog. It wasn't my choice for that squirrel to come mess with me. Okay.
He just wanted an acorn. Damn.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
gave up the acorn.
He could have went to the pear tree and have to jump on me. I'm cool.
Outrageous.
Those squirrels say,
Right.
no joke. No joke.
I don't think no animals are afraid of humans like they were back in the days. Back in the days, they used to run from us. Now they don't even run. They just look at you and
They
stare
ain't
at
got
you.
nowhere to go. They tired of running.
Right, because
Right.
we invading their homeland.
Oh, it's funny. The other day I had seen a deer was in my neighbor's backyard.
What?
Got chased by some dogs in a little dog park behind my thing. It had jumped over the fence.
Oh, wow.
And then their yard was fenced in.
Whoa.
So the deer was in. There was a little baby like
A baby doe?
deer, baby doe. So I came back the next morning. It was still in their yard. I was like, wow, it's kind of trapped in there. I was like, ugh.
Oh, wow.
Wow. There was a couple of deer in my hood before, too.
I see deer in the wintertime
Yeah.
Crazy.
walking across the street.
I remember one time I went outside to take some trash out, and that deer looked at me like, "What's up?
It was like, where they at?
Is there a problem?"
They just done ran out of space everywhere.
Right.
They didn't run out of space. We took their space.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They ain't ran. Go.
So they didn't have no other choice where to go.
That's
Pretty soon they'll start having deers as pets.
Oh, good Lord.
People be selling deer
You
meat.
might as well have your own.
I ain't mad.
There's nothing going on.
I ain't mad at the deer meat because I'll be the first one to buy it.
Especially if
But I don't want no-
raised a deer.
Right.
I know what the deer came from, but I know what fed the deer.
Right.
But you say you gonna get two to reproduce,
Yes,
and you gonna
sir.
slaughter them two, and then after they born,
You can eat a full deer. You can eat almost half a year,
yeah.
almost a year off of deer meat.
Anybody ever tasted deer meat?
Yes, I eat venison.
What it tastes like? Tastes like chicken.
No, tastes like steak.
Oh, it do?
Tastes like steak.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
and it's more healthier for you too. Isn't
it
it?
is.
Yeah, I think after that last.
My
season,
son goes
tasted
deer
beef,
hunting, so
I think I want to stay away from them. It's time to go ahead and make a switch.
Switch
Yeah.
what? Oh, for me,
Yeah, 'cause this is too much.
Yeah.
FDA really wasn't doing nothing but.
oh well. Hey, you see all that beef recall they got,
That's what I'm talking about.
right? Even
The second one, third one. No, that's too much.
well, it's been more than that, but this one has just hit a lot of more people, and it hit Ohio, and a lot more people.
I'm cool.
Yeah,
I'm cool.
beef ain't good no way anyway. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go ahead and switch up.
Just for one cow to produce that beef, they let off about 85% methane gas just to produce beef that we eat. So beef and sugar is really not meant for consumption like that.
wow,
It's just something that they sell. They can kill you off quicker.
Tap.
that's crazy.
Right.
Man, I'm gonna try some deer meat.
It's not bad.
Do they have? I was gonna ask something crazy. Have some deer ribs.
I haven't had none, but it's possible that you can get them.
Yeah,
They even use deer meat to make sausage and everything out of.
it's crazy. 'Cause I'm up here thinking about barbecue food and stuff. It just done took over my mind.
Yeah.
Man,
Ready to get the grill on.
right.
You lighting up the grill today?
Nah, actually, I have to. I don't know. I know my parents are grilling on Monday.
Oh, okay.
So I might go over there with a couple of pieces, a couple of items, man, a little something. Look at my dad and be like, "What's up, pops? Ready to lose that crown, Mayweather?
Oh, wow.
With your neck."
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He just gonna look at me, son. It's okay.
Just sit down.
Glad you
Right.
brave, but
Just sit down and let daddy do the work. You just watch.
no, pops, I'm ready. You know, keep. You done had the taste.
Yeah.
You know,
This stuff is pretty good, especially when they had them fish.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Fish
I'm going to be eating all day tomorrow.
Yes.
What is it?
I'm eating all day tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Monday is a work day for me.
Oh, it is?
Back to school, back to work.
All right.
I'll
You
go
still
back.
online, though, right? Or you gonna
I'm online.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go
Like
back
your
to
due
work till
diligence.
2.
They don't miss a beat. They don't care about no holiday.
Log in.
They do not care about no holiday.
It's, hey.
It's a
get
day
to
for
work.
them.
It's a day to work.
Yes.
Day we up, day we work.
I don't mind at all. I'm cool with that.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Ain't nothing
How's your
wrong.
intern?
Great, great.
Oh, okay.
She out and enjoying the holiday.
Okay.
Right, let me get a little breather.
Of course. She always get a breather. I ain't on nobody's neck like that. I might be the angry black woman. I might be the shrewd businesswoman, but I do understand people have lives. They don't work for me. They're not my slaves. I let them have fun. I let them have a life.
Hey, Dub.
I'm cool.
All
Hey.
right, that's what's all right, then. All right, cool.
Oh man.
Whatever.
Right.
You trying to put me out there?
Right. I ain't mad at you.
Oh man. So Dave, you started up at Mitchell's last night.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was?
How was
I'm
it?
gonna say the Michael Austin band.
Right.
That band is cold.
Okay.
Oh
Jazz
wow.
band. You know, I think it was. You know, it's. I don't know what it seems like. I guess it seems to be an acquired taste. You know, jazz.
With the jazz.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, they performed a lot of circular music. You know what I mean? Not supposed to say circular, but they performed a lot of music that you can, you know, tell. But
That
it's cool to
right,
hear their
okay.
interpretation of it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was nice though. I mean, they was man, they was getting it in.
Okay.
I was really like impressed or whatever. I was like, yeah, I could do this. Come chill out. Yeah, Mitchell's. It's a really nice spot. That was my first time.
What is
being
it,
there,
30
too.
and over?
Yeah.
Cool.
I seem to be 30 and over.
I think it is 30. I think it's 30 and over.
30 and over because I don't know. Then everybody in there. With some young looking people in there. Then
Well,
I was like,
maybe on
I
Friday.
mean, yeah.
But
Fridays.
I've heard. I've never been there. You know,
Yeah,
'cause
but no, it's nice.
That's way a little travel for me to go party. You know,
Yeah,
all the way out of
yeah.
Euclid from the west side. I'm cool.
Food look good too.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, they
what?
serve food in there. You know,
Yeah.
nice people, bartenders, everybody was real nice. You know, security staff. It's real nice in there. You know,
I went there probably like about a month ago. Me and my intern went there. We had a business opportunity meeting out there. It was during the daytime.
Oh,
so
okay.
I really liked it. You know, back in the day, it was at the
underground.
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 Right, all those. So I remember how I looked
Right.
back then when it was the underground, and just to go in there for the first time after they turned to the Mitchells. I'm like, oh, this is really nice, upscale. I like the decor and everything.
Yeah.
They got a lot of space in there.
Yeah,
It's one of the things where it looks good, and it's funny too. You know how some like most clubs. Let's be honest, most clubs. When the lights is off, they look great. When you turn on
Right.
the lights, you be like, man, this is off.
whole different place.
This is a dump.
I thought that was right.
You know, because of the lighting and stuff like that.
Right.
But,
Right.
you know, that's one of the places where, you know, lights on, lights
It's
off.
off. It's the same.
cool.
It's
cool.
cool.
Right.
You know, it looks just as good. So I was like, wow. So that was cool.
Yeah,
appreciate
Tony
that.
actually did a nice little job out there.
Yeah, he did. Derek did a really nice job, whatever, you know. You know, bringing the little people to town, the Marsha Ambrosia.
Yeah.
Got El DeBarge next month.
Oh, wow.
In July.
That's what's up.
So that's kind of cool, you know.
Wow.
Got a 3-piece band coming in. I never heard of these people, but hearing that jazz band,
Yeah.
you know, maybe you want to go back and say, okay, maybe I'm going to experience a little different. Because other than listening to 93, you know, it still has lost its luster a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, you're not really getting any, unless you just got the
Well-
bomb CD collection of old school music.
Mm-hmm.
Then you really can't. Or
You never not
Pandora
really
on the
getting.
Right.
Yeah, you're not really getting the jazz.
You're not getting
I think
that.
93 lost their luster when they got rid of Michael Basin.
I can see what you're saying because it left just such a wide open gap and
Right.
Not really wide. They
Yeah.
did replace him with DL.
He ain't the same.
He ain't the same. That's to me. That's how I feel like Russ Parr and Ricky Smiley.
Right.
I like Russ Parr way more
Yeah.
than I like Ricky Smiley.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've gone to kind of like chuckle a little bit more 'cause
Well,
when Ricky Smiley first got. I was
right.
like, this dude is not funny to me
Yeah.
at all. But you know, I
You
think
kind
it's
of
okay.
acquired taste. He grow on you.
Yeah. So
I don't never really listen to 107 or nothing.
I really don't even. If it ain't my cell phone, it's Pandora or iHeart.
yeah, it's funny though. This is another thing. My father used to always listen to sports talk.
Yeah.
Now when I get in the car or whatever, it's like wow, I'm really listening to sports talk.
Starting to become your dad.
You know, it's like wow. I'm like, what's going on?
I used to listen to sports talk all the time, but it's different now
Yeah,
because
totally
before
different.
it used to be one person that carried the show. Now
Yeah.
they got like 2 or 3 people
Yeah,
now
yeah.
that drive the
Varied
show.
opinions and everything like
Yeah,
that.
so you got more varied opinions. So you just had the person call Pete Franklin, cuss him out, hang up on him.
Pete Franklin. Pete.
Where
Yeah.
now the person calling got much more of a voice and a role in the show to me.
It's not just not as many calls though.
Right.
You know, because they'll you have an hour show. You maybe get
About
3 or 4, maybe
Right.
maybe 5 or 6 if they get
5,
a good
6
topic.
calls, if anything.
Other than that, it's all them. It's
Right.
all radio hosts. Sometimes
just
it's
wa-
cool. Sometimes I just be
Yeah.
like, all right, dude, you shut up.
I just wonder why it ain't an amount of black shows on the radio like that.
You know what I think? I think. Even it's funny you say that, but it just popped to my head. You know what I think? They think the appeal is more
What's that?
for us is in front of the camera.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it is more of us in front of the
There's
camera.
more of us in front of the camera than there is of us behind on the mic.
Yeah, you're right about that.
So I think that's where they assume the appeal may be more. But I mean, some of us maybe don't want to be on camera. Maybe
that's true.
Yeah.
A lot of people just want to talk behind the mic. I never thought about it like that. Because you got to think like, wow.
The NBA is dominated. Sprinkled in on the NFL.
And the NFL is sprinkled in like it's half and half.
It's showering in the Major League Baseball.
Major League Baseball, it's like they got their token too or something like that. They got their token too or whatever. And plus, in Major League Baseball, it's like you get to flirting with the ladies or something, they get you up out of there.
Yeah.
So it's like, sprinkling there, showering in the NFL, and it's definitely raining in the NBA.
Ooh,
Brothers is all
right.
I mean, most of them now is basically was former players. Just
about. If not players, coaches.
Because what Marv Alberts or something, because that's who that generation was. Mostly was all the Marv Alberts.
Alberts and stuff like that.
If they wasn't players, they were coaches.
Right. Now that's that thing. Now they're stemming off. Most of the players is coming over. Most of them, I think it's kind of funny though to see like. Mark Jackson now.
Go back to
because
NBA now.
When before he was in front behind the mic. He don't know what he talking about. He ain't never coached nobody. But now he went out and coach. He was successful.
Right.
Now it's like you'll buy his word now.
Right. Now it really puts a stamp.
His word is the gospel now.
There's just a little bit of credibility though. I think that's just some levels that they got to go through within the NBA.
Then it's funny though. But then it's like, and it's still the fact that he was fired but had a winning.
He had a winning season as a coach, as a head coach, and you fired him.
It also put that little funny twist on it too.
Right.
Yeah.
Put a funny twist onto a few of them this year.
Yeah.
But that was one thing a lot of people wasn't paying attention to. They was paying more attention to
the Donald Sterling
right.
stuff.
Well, that was just a decoy.
But
that was just a cover-up. Keep your minds off of other things that's going behind the scenes.
Right. They're exterminating all your kind from coaching.
Right.
Oh, but you see the funny thing though, like you said, Keith, like we talked about, it was a thing, good way to open up about talking about race. But you see who came out about it?
Mark Cuban. I'm not mad. I like him what he said because to be honest, I do the same thing. I don't care. I'm black. I don't give a shit. For real. No pun intended, young man. But I'm sorry, I do it too.
Yeah, and I think and it's kind of what. Well, if you take some of the context of what Sterling was talking about, the cultural part. Is what he was talking about,
right.
Like as we always say, there are some black people who don't like white people, some white people don't like
you're right.
black people. And it's in general tone or whatever, sometimes, it's always that little, I'm sure they had their closed doors about them and closed doors about them. It's the same thing, it just depends on how your level of dislike.
Right.
And Mark Cuban also made a point where he said everybody got some prejudice.
They do. We all do.
Exactly.
It's only the ones that's true to themselves that can admit it, and the ones that be subtle about it and say that they don't have it, but they really do. That's called subtle prejudice.
Say that, that's a big step itself.
Yeah.
For him to spearhead that.
Yeah, I'd rather for you to tell me up front that you don't like me.
Exactly.
Come on now, because you at least being honest, you just keeping it real with me. At least I know what to expect and where my boundaries are. But if you secretive and being behind the scenes and throwing a rock and hide your hand, I don't know which person to deal with.
Right.
That's what you're right.
And then you wonder why people get mad because you're not keeping it real with yourself, but you expect giving these labels like you fake and phony. No, boy, I'm the most realest one because I can tell you where I am. I'm an open book. Ain't nothing about me that you don't know. And if you want to know something, come ask me because nobody else know what I tell them.
Ask about it.
I'm just saying. We in 2014. We gonna keep it all the way real. Ain't no more hiding stuff up under the rug no more.
So going forward, if you see Audrey out somewhere,
I'm gonna give you the real. Don't get offended.
You ain't gotta hit it with no lie. You just be like, "Hey, how you doing?
Hey,
you doing all right tonight?
I'm doing great."
You got to come up with the player line like, "So, you come here often?" she gonna definitely tell you how she feel about that
line. Is that the only line your little friends told you to say?
You ain't got nothing better,
right?
How about you cute? So I let you get a do over.
Oh man,
I don't know about do overs.
No second chance.
It all depends on how you talk.
So because you might could just read and be like, okay, he just came up with that. Okay, I'm gonna get you to come back. Let me see how you come.
Now you gotta be creative,
Right?
Come up with something that ain't never been said centuries before me. I'm 40 years old, so I'm quite sure I heard everything under the sun.
Damn, Audrey.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about putting the pressure on the first line.
Hey, I put it on.
Doors.
Hey,
I mean, man.
I put everything on the table up front. Ain't no hiding nothing.
You talk about first pitch, first series.
Yeah.
It said if you fail, you're out.
Man.
Ain't no need. Hey, I put everything on the table. I'm an open book. Ain't nothing that nobody knows about me that I haven't told or I haven't displayed myself.
Okay, so I guess we can't use so you come here often? Can
Nope.
I buy you a drink?
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
You can buy me a drink. Look, you can buy me a drink, but as soon as you start talking crazy, like you bought that drink and you think you're gonna control me for that night, I'm gonna buy you that drink back and tell you to have a nice day. Thank you very much.
That's funny.
Oh man.
I'm just saying.
That's nigga. We can dig it. Maybe we should do that, Keith. We should go out and do that. We should go out and go to some salon, stop to the woman and be like, so, what do you hate? What do you dislike?
What's your favorite line you hate?
You know what? But I think it's like black people in general, though.
Yeah.
Trying to open up some relationships between men and the women. Because right about now, there's too many women that are like men and too many men that are like women.
Yeah. Yeah. It's getting crazy.
Sounds awkward,
Man.
but it's true.
It's like the reverse of days, and now your opinion is
If
wrong.
video could have seen my face right about now. Ooh, if looks could kill.
Man.
That's
It's
weird.
all bad.
There's no
Man.
dialogue. There's no dialogue.
No.
But again, I think it's just like for men. I think for the young men that's coming up or whatever, there's really just no guidance. There's no structure on how to
To approach
walk to
a
the left
woman.
of a woman, walk to the right on that determines your relationship.
How to approach a
How
woman.
to approach a woman.
Hey, baby.
Walk behind them upstairs, walk down in front of them downstairs, opening doors,
Right.
things like
What's
that.
your sign, girl?
Right.
But then again, it's like
Meet somebody on Facebook or social media.
Yeah.
First thing that come out their mouth, can you send me a pic?
They want to send a naked pic at that.
Look here.
Audrey,
What?
so how many D pics have you got?
What?
How many D pics have you got?
I don't want none.
But
If
how
I
many
don't
have you-
ask, don't send none.
So who has sent this?
No, ain't nobody sent. No, ain't nobody
They
sent.
probably know from Facebook. They definitely know not to send her because she'll definitely be like, she'll be like,
She'll
look
put
at what
him
I
on
got
blast.
from this fool.
You know,
She better put the dude on blast.
This
No,
fool
I don't
give
get
me
those.
a fair request and a pic at the same time.
I don't get those. I guess people think I'm just an angry black woman. They don't
Yeah.
approach me like that. But hey, it separates me from the other people.
Yeah,
I don't have time for BS.
that's funny.
My time is worth more than gold.
B pic, D pic.
They be like, I'm going to send this pic to Audrey.
You better send that pic to me and tell me you're going to help out with that student loan.
We got another phone call.
Hello, caller.
What's up? What's up?
What up?
What's up, E?
That guy.
All right, how you doing today?
I'm good. I'm making them biscuits.
I love
Nothing
that.
wrong with that.
We all got to eat.
Is they hard biscuits or fluffy biscuits?
Or Aunt Jemima biscuits.
Now you can put some biscuits to the side, let them get hardened so I can throw them at people that I don't like in the future.
Well, these are biscuits that you was doing something and you wasn't paying attention. They stayed in the oven too long.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I want some of those. I'll put them in a bag and keep them in the car.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's the kind of biscuits I'm dealing with today.
Oh jeez.
These doctors that I'm having to deal with on the phones.
Oh.
Hey, they
Good luck on that
They
one.
was learning how to cut into the human body. Not remember their password.
Well, you know what? I'll say this much: the doctors they're very smart at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But when it comes to common sense, they're
have
far
little.
from it.
They lack.
They have none of that.
Ain't what I went to school for.
Right. They didn't teach
They
common
didn't
sense.
teach that
I
to
went
me.
to school how to learn how to break down the human DNA. Now you want me to
And
break
cut
down
between
this?
your bones and tendons and muscles.
You want me to
Right. I could take this tendon out of a cadaver and put it in your body and
Right.
act like you never lost a step.
Yeah, you're right.
But if I ask you to, do you have a network cable plugged into the back of the computer? You tell me, what is that?
Exactly.
Man, it's color coded. They even color coded computers now. It's universal, you know.
Right.
You know, pink is the headphone, green is this, whatever coming in. You know, blue is the monitor. You know, black is this. You know, da 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 da. Just put the color with the color.
Right. Combine.
Or even see the symbols on there. I feel you. I feel you. Or type in your password. I need a lowercase, a uppercase, and a special symbol. What's that?
Oh yeah, I had that the other day. Somebody tell me, what's a special character? I wanted to say, you are.
You stupid. Oh, that's funny.
Have you had a chance to talk about Mr. Donald Sterling yet?
No, we ain't getting.
We ain't really discussed it. We just kind of flew past him.
Yeah, I heard his name, and then I had to step away from the screen and didn't know if y'all got deeper into him.
No, so go ahead,
talking.
Go ahead, deep.
Going about Mark Cuban.
More about Mark Cuban, you know, trying to be more positive side.
Oh man, do y'all have a problem with what he was saying? I had no problem with that.
I don't have no problem with it because I do it every day.
He just told the truth. If all of us seen people with hoodies late at night, and it looked
sagging
suspicious,
pants, look like you got about a brick in your pants leg. Yeah, I'm walking to the other side too.
And especially if you're in a neighborhood that they don't know you.
Yes.
Exactly. And you know, I liked. I don't know if y'all happen to get a chance to listen to Stephen A. comment on it, because I guess he made some comments where he said that he had no problem with Cuba's comments, and people started like calling him a sellout and Uncle Tom, and all that. And he basically said, you know, he was upset with especially the black community, how all they heard was the black hoodie thinking Trayvon Martin, but never mind the next statement when he said that he was having white guys with tattoos all over their face and head on the other side of the street.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's the problem I have. You know, that's every time I've heard people talk about it, they're saying the same thing about why you got to bring up about the hoodies. You just blew by the other statement that he made just the second after that.
Right, but hoodies been along a long time before Trayvon Martin got killed. So now why you want to make an uproar about it? That's my only thing about it.
It's funny they tripping about that, but they don't trip about all the repeated black on black
crimes
that
promote.
Go on.
Advertise on TV.
Yeah, everybody.
They make us the face of laws.
Another first 48.
No, they make us the face of laws. Every time they want to make up a law, they look at the black face, the face of Black America, or black community. That's who they make these laws for.
And most of the stuff we ain't really paying attention to.
We ain't
losing our liberties day by
and they
day.
slide it right on in.
We don't pay attention to it because most of our community is stuck on being dependent on a system that's giving them money, housing, and everything else. So they don't have a free reign to think for themselves.
But we fight the same system.
Right. But I think with some of them states down south trying to repel people's right to vote.
Exactly.
They've been doing that.
And you know what's even funnier though now?
It's coming to the northern states now.
That too, but it's also people don't really pay attention to is the Republican Party itself. Members within the party are even starting to spill the beans.
Right.
About what they've been doing.
But you know what?
But they was just because they just trying to get votes. But still the fact that they turn it on themselves.
Yeah.
But they still now divulge stuff that they never would have said years ago.
But if you think about it, if you pay attention to both sides' political spectrums, one side give their view and how they feel about their ideology, and the Democrats give their side. If you really compare both sides and put it together, they always have a commonality. So they both telling the truth, but they just giving you the different viewpoints because of their ideology. Right. That's all.
That's all it is. It's like
you gotta pay attention. You don't know nothing.
It's all the same.
It's all the same.
It just depends on who's got more money to push whatever through.
Put the word out.
Right.
Yep.
That's all it is.
Right.
The government's not cheap.
That is true.
Government's not cheap at all.
So how do you feel about the Cavs?
That's a good question. I personally think that the NBA is still trying to help out the Cavaliers ever since the decision.
Okay, so it's fixed. Not
pay to play.
Oh, yeah, it's fixed. It's fixed.
Pay to play.
You know, it go back to the frozen cards, the
got
bent corners,
brown envelope,
all that stuff.
Yeah. We on the pay to play.
All that stuff is fixed.
We on the pay to play.
There's not that much luck in the world.
Not a 1.7% chance. No, it ain't.
You know, it's funny.
There's not that much luck in the world.
For the Cavs, what is he? Assistant. What's the guy Cohen? What does he do for the Cavs?
Griffin?
No, there's a guy. I guess there's a guy that's somewhere in the organization.
He's like an assistant GM.
Yeah, assistant GM.
Like
and he was like when he didn't. What was it? The park. He said he was in the room, and when he saw that the Cavs didn't land at that 9 spot, he said he actually just sat back in his chair, put his hands behind his head. He started laughing.
Wow.
Because he was like, "We top 3."
Yep.
That's the same I did when I saw
I was surprised.
They didn't have the number 9. I started laughing too, and then they didn't say nothing about it as they going through the pick. So I told my wife, "I was like, well, maybe that somebody else is getting that pick now, and that's the reason." I don't know. They done did so many trades.
Right.
Then when they got to like the top 3, they was like, and the Cavs are still in it. I'm like, this is fixed.
Yeah, I knew that was fixed. You had to come out there. You had to write a nice little hefty check for that one.
And the thing about it,
Dan Gilbert writing checks too.
Right.
Man.
Ex-coaches.
He done sold his soul to the devil or something.
I ain't saying.
Man, I'm telling you, they just trying to help out the organization. They know how bad it was. This team was very close, and they had the number 1 man here in Cleveland. He just jumped ship. All right, we're going to help y'all out. We gonna keep trying.
One more
We gonna keep on giving you this
I think
now.
this is gonna be the
Y'all better
last
do
time.
something soon.
I think this is gonna be the last one.
I think this is the last one. I think you're not gonna get.
It got to be the last one because now,
right? Because you done got top 2 out of 3 seasons.
Yeah, because now because it makes it funny. People's like, I don't care if he comes back or not. If he does, cool. If he doesn't,
me neither.
You still got to move forward. But people's like, oh, hey, ain't no way he coming back to that team. Now they dismal. Now you get the number 1 pick. All of a sudden it's like,
right. Now all of a sudden he's supposed to be coming back.
Now you can spark his interest to really come back because now you go like, So it's just funny. It's just funny people's interpretation.
I just gotta say, City of Cleveland, let him go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let him go.
Because at the end of the day, if he don't come back, we still got to do what we got.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
One monkey don't stop no show.
Right.
Regardless here.
Well, one monkey did stop the show. That's why we did the damn lottery
You right about
the last
that.
2 years.
Yeah, you
the
right
monkey
about
took
that.
his talents to South Beach.
Yeah, you right about that.
But they gotta drive smarter or something.
That's why you never.
Well, see, this is what I'm hoping that they do. Now, if we got that kind of luck, then we need to let's keep the luck going. Let's take the number 1 pick. Let's call Minnesota, say, hey, we'll give you the number 1 pick, Tristan Thompson, and Andy Varejao, anybody else you want, the cheerleaders, the scream team, Ahmad Crumpton, anybody you want from the organization for Kevin Love.
But he needs to guarantee he going to sign.
You giving up too much.
Yeah.
You do a sign and trade.
If he's willing.
It has to be a sign and trade. It ain't gonna just be no straight up trade. It'll have to be. We have to. He has to accept to a new contract extension for the trade to go through.
Man, I don't know. Kevin Love.
Now, if you do that and you add him with Kyrie Irving and Deion Waiters, you might even get Spencer Hawes to re-sign with the team. LeBron will want to come back with that,
what
especially when the old men run them out the gym in about a week and a half.
What you gonna do with Bennett?
He gonna improve. He got a good year to
Bennett gonna be all right. Bennett will be all right. Just give him some time. I think he has way more upside potential than Tristan Thompson has.
I think I talked with you about that, didn't I?
Right.
With Anthony Bennett. I said I feel he can get him 15, 16, and 10. Because the one thing he has done in the limited playing time, he has shown that he could rebound. Mm-hmm. They will have to.
You got to understand, the brother was played on. He had a surgery on his shoulder.
Right.
He had no summer league. Mm-hmm. He really ain't never get in shape until the season went going on. So he was playing behind the 8 ball all season.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you got a coach that doesn't necessarily enamor himself with rookies.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, as well as being an offensive coach as well. You know, you really never put him in a position to be offensive. So I'll give him one more year. I ain't ready to throw it in. I've seen enough from him out of this season that I'm about done with Tristan Thompson.
Right, because it seems to me, even though Tristan had changed his hand shooting and stuff like that, it seems to me that he's he's really like a bench player, kind of like another Varajan in the sorts.
They ain't gonna what they now is what we're gonna get for the rest of their tenure if they ever stay here.
Right. He'll start here, but you can't name another team in the Central Division that he would start for. And we talking about Detroit. Who was us in Detroit, Indiana, and Chicago?
No, he ain't gonna start there either.
Right.
Now he'll go. Now I think Tristan Thompson will go somewhere, and somebody's gonna offer him a new contract. He'll be all right. But it's just, I think he's limited offensively. For him to get as many minutes that he gets, he's not giving us enough to warrant the number of minutes he's getting.
To warrant us being a better team either.
Yeah.
So who you got in your top 3 picks for us getting the head coach? And that includes college.
Well, I don't think anybody from college is going to come. So I'm not even going to even worry about that. My number one I want is Lionel Hollins.
Okay.
I've been saying that for the longest. Number 2, I would probably boy. That's a good question. I don't even know anybody. I'm so stuck on Lionel Hollins, I don't even know about anybody else.
I know I said Mark Jackson.
What do you about Mark Jackson?
The only thing that I'm afraid of with Mark Jackson is just the simple fact of the relationship, the reason supposedly why he got fired in Golden State was because of his relationship that he had with people in the front office and things like that. So I'm afraid that he has a personality issue or a control issue, whatever it may be. So I don't want him to come here and some of those things start coming out again that he had in Golden State. So that's the only thing I'm worried about him. I'm not doubting his coaching skills because I've seen what he did with that team out there. That's not a problem. But there's stories about him getting into it with assistant coaches. There's stories that he went weeks and weeks and didn't talk to the GM or the owner at all. You can't have that as a head coach. I don't know why or what happened or what, but we don't need that here.
Okay.
Otherwise,
now I will say if they want to try and get somebody out of the booth, give me Jeff Van Gundy.
Okay, that's a good choice.
I'll take Jeff Van Gundy. Other than that, I got a funny feeling they might go after either Alvin Gentry or there's another guy out of out of Phoenix that's an assistant coach that everybody keeps talking about. Because the dude, what's his name, Griffin? He's
Adrian Griffin.
He worked in the Suns organization. So
yeah, Adrian Griffin.
Yeah, so don't be surprised if he pulls somebody out of that organization to be our head coach, like a Gentry or this other guy. So, but other than that, I have nothing.
All right.
We'll see what happens, basically.
Yeah, that's important too.
Yeah.
Anything going forward, LeBron or not.
That makes a difference. I mean, I really think with the whole LeBron thing, it's far fetched if he's going to come back, but I think if a lot of things changes depending on how they finish this year.
Yeah.
If they three-peat, then I think they might try and stick together one more year to make it 4 in a row.
Because he got options for the next 3 years.
Well, he got another option, and he'll be a free agent at the end of next year.
Right.
So if they win, I think if they win the 3, then he'll stick around and try and make it 4, and then he'll wait till the end of that to see which way he'll go. If they lose, then you got to figure out, okay. It's just from what I'm hearing is that he's already been complaining about this season. It's been one of the hardest seasons he's ever had because he's talked about he's been tired.
Right.
Yeah,
he got to put a lot of work on himself because other guys been out hurt. So that's been my big concern is some of these other guys. Who's going to be back to try to make one more run from your Ray Allens,
right.
your Birdmans, your Battiers, your D Wade? Who are those going to be back?
Yeah,
because they are kind of getting long in the tooth also.
Exactly. I mean, D Wade can't even play back-to-back games or play every day. He got to take half the season off just so he can make it to the finals right now. So.
Ray Allen,
and Ray Allen, he
37, 38, something like that.
He's my age, about 40. He up in that age. He up in age.
I know he up there.
Yeah. How old is Tony Parker?
About 33.
About 30 so.
30-something. Yeah, he's in his 30s.
He's 38. He's 30-something. Ginobili's.
35.
I think the youngest.
They all in their 30s.
They all in their 30s.
Oh, Ginobili's. It's Ginobili's. 38, 35. I think 32.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Yeah. So I mean, that's. I think that has a lot to do with what if he decides that they don't have the team that can make another run again, especially if they lose, then I could see him maybe coming back home to right the ship. I mean, it's not like people are pretty much over the whole decision thing now, man. They kind of passed that. I mean, one of the things I was reading an article is a lot of last couple games they come to the queue. He's actually gotten more of a pause than booze, like he used to.
Well, it's one of them things like be careful what you wish for because you never know when you might get it, or they see now how life is without them.
You're right. You're right.
Because you got to think. Miami, if they win it 3 times, if they win it this year, Miami been on won the championship 3 times, and the Cavs been on won the lottery 3 times in that 4-year span.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
And we heard this from an owner that said we would win the title before LeBron.
Be careful. I still, to me, the logistics is still different. To me, it's still a thing like. If he could have did it with the Cavs, that would have been the ultimate story, But, we're in the league where that's just not possible.
Mm-hmm.
Especially especially in a medium market.
Well, yeah.
It's league.
Medium market team anyway.
Well, I mean, it's just like it's just the players on the team itself. It's just like the Spurs is the last connection between the old NBA and the new NBA.
Yeah,
they are it.
Yeah,
That's all that's left. So and to me, if they definitely win it all this year, I could see them. I could definitely see them walking off to pasture because they know that last year,
Oklahoma went.
Well, no, I mean. San Antonio could have been if we could have got that one last year, that would have been cool. Not getting there this year, it would have been expected. Because we've been NBA champs, for the comeback, but for the next year. But I think it's interesting to see that based on that last nucleus of the old NBA is now going out. And once they're gone,
it's gone.
Then the West is completely wide open now.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
And then for the East, it still be the same.
Yeah, I mean, same old.
Indiana hasn't been able to step up.
You only gonna have 2 teams on top on the East.
Yeah, so no matter where LeBron goes, he still is the X factor
regardless.
Yeah. Exactly. So if you got a
few
go
to the Cavs right now, they'll be 48-55 win team.
Yeah. So, but are those pieces, whatever pieces that are there or arranged around enough, will we still better than what he was before he left?
Right.
But then would it be just enough where LeBron still has to just shoulder a little bit more to get it over the top, or could Kyrie, Waiters, and X Factor, whoever?
I'll say this and then I got to go. I think if he came back with the pieces we got, we all agreed that it's much better. But with a different coach, if Mike Brown was still here with that, I still could see them getting as far as they got and still struggling because Mike Brown doesn't know how to make in-game adjustments. But with a better coach, I think that with the pieces that we got, I think we could win it all easily.
Yeah.
Because now he doesn't have to, LeBron does. He likes to play off of folks. So he can give the ball to Kyrie and let Kyrie do his thing and take over. He can give it to Deion Waiters and let him do his thing and take over. Yeah. And then can, do his thing in spurts.
And I think now that's to be that thing where I see at that point in time, because of the level of the talent of the player, I think you see that thing where LeBron makes them better.
Of course.
Right. His first 7 years or whatever, he didn't make anybody better.
No.
And, when he went to Miami, he didn't necessarily make anyone that was there better. He just made the team itself as a whole better. But now he's in a position where now he can
make
come
everybody
here
better.
and he can make them better because now they understand the level that they have to play to.
With him. Yeah.
With him.
Right.
And he understands the level it takes to get to that certain time and everything.
And it makes it easier.
Right.
Technically for him. It makes it a lot easier. If you got that much talent around him, He like, man, what? I got these young guns. Maybe I can get me maybe two or three more before I go.
Right.
At least two.
Right.
I mean, realistically,
now I can get to Elgin Baylor, start averaging a triple-double because all I'm doing is I'm feeding Kyrie hitting all these threes, or I'm feeding D. Wade as it slashes to the lane,
So, it could work out. It depends, like I say, but it depends on just how the coach and the dynamics of the team that's there. Like I say, he already makes any team a contender. Right. But as far as right now, though, the East is still such a trash conference.
Right.
Compared to the West. And like I say, once the Spurs die out, the West still becomes interesting, but they'll all still be more competitive at each other's throats.
Yeah,
than the East.
I agree. All right, y'all. Let me go, man. Love y'all. Hey, y'all ain't doing
nothing.
Love you.
Have a nice holidays.
Yes, sir.
Be safe and traveling grace.
Yes.
I'm cooking. If you ain't doing that, you're more than welcome to stop.
Oh, well, text me an address. I'm there. Well, just tell me what to bring.
The liquor.
Oh, well, I got you.
When you cooking, E?
Tomorrow after church.
Tomorrow after church?
Tomorrow after church?
Watch the game over there, too.
Oh, well, see, I got to readjust my schedule then.
Yeah.
All right, good people.
All right, see you.
All right.
Yeah, so I think it's interesting because it's like I say, at the end of the day, LeBron, he's still writing his own legacy, and like I say, there's still those purists who are still attached to like the others, but like, yeah, he got his three, but look who he got it with, and all this. Right. But at the end of the day,
yeah, but you can't compare back in the days.
Exactly, and that's my whole thing.
Everything's
so different now.
Everything is
you
different.
Also gotta look at it too. Like even if you go back in the day, like to the Lakers, Magic still had Kareem,
right?
And he had.
They made sure they kept their key players together.
They just came together and they grew. Or some of them are there, but they stayed together a lot longer.
Yeah,
right.
Those teams or whatever.
Magic had Kareem, Worthy.
Yeah.
Larry Bird had Parrish, McHale. Even when Dr. J won his title, he had Moses Malone and Andrew Toney back then. Yeah. So, and even LA, you had Kobe, Glenn Rice, and Shaq.
It's just the structure of how things are. But it's funny. But like I say, I ain't gonna lie. I want the old dudes to win it.
Right. Oh, I want Spurs to go out on top. I want Tim Duncan to retire on top this year.
I think, but and that's another thing too. It's just kind of like when you look at it, when you see, like you say, Wade, he
up in age,
and everything like that. Right. But you look at the Spurs with like Tony Parker and Ginobili and stuff like that. But then that goes back to the coaching too.
Yes.
Because like I say, Tony Parker made a comment that that Popovich had kept him out so long for the playoffs. He's like, saying, "Am I still a Spur?" he rested him so long. I mean, he rested him, which gave him time to spend at home with the wife, had the baby before the playoffs.
Right.
Things like that or whatever. So he is playing like a rejuvenated,
but he had that time off because Pop knew what he needed.
Even with the hamstring.
Exactly. So I actually like the way Pop coach because he knows his players
his team
in and out. He knows his players. He know when they need to get a rest, regardless if they want it or not. He know their body taking a toll on them. Like, look here, for the betterment of the team, take this time off, rest up. So when we get to the playoffs, you'll be fresh and rejuvenated.
But that's filtering down to the rest of the team, though. It's like when they start retiring, I don't think it'll take the Spurs that long to rebuild.
Oh no, because Pop always keeping it moving.
And you got one core player. You got Vashawn Leonard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And everybody
not Vashawn Leonard, but Kwame Leonard.
Right?
Yeah.
Everybody, but they're all fine. It's like I think this year has been more, I think, maybe like a learning year for those younger players on the Spurs too, because now they really. Last year they understood.
Last year they was young.
Danny Green was shooting the lights out.
Yeah,
but then when it came to it, when it really came to it, But now
they're more focused. Exactly. They can execute better. They know their position. They know their role.
Man, how they be moving that ball, like I said, whatever. Miami can play D. Don't get me wrong.
Right, but I don't think they're gonna be able to match up with the Spurs.
You got to catch up to that ball.
I think if it's another Spurs Miami matchup, I think the Spurs gonna get Miami.
I just think that when as a team or as a whole, when it clicks as all cylinders, I think the Spurs are a better team.
Yeah, of course, because they got better synergy with each other.
But at the end of the day, but at the end of the day or whatever, you still can't count out you can't count out that Ray Allen shot.
Yeah, you know? You're right about that.
You can't count out a Ray Allen shot. You know, a Birdman rebound.
Yeah,
right.
You know, Bosch have a good game. Wade have a good game. You know, which is basically what they doing enough. It's like they're doing just enough to get by Indiana.
Right.
They alternating who gonna do what.
Yeah, and that's Indiana's problem. You know.
Yeah.
They clicked on all cylinders that first game. They was all clear. It was in double. Half the team was in double figures. But, you know, they need a performance like that almost
every game against which is not in them.
Is that, you know,
especially
they still learning.
This season. They fell off.
So this
season compared to the last 2 seasons.
So, yeah, so to me, if last year they tried to bully Miami, didn't work. This season they're trying to play a little basketball, a little bullying.
It ain't working.
It ain't working. If they don't get it this year, I mean, you still have to look at the East and be like, well, who? I mean, who you still say Miami? Even if they lose the championship this year, Miami's still regarded the best team in the East.
Yeah.
Yep.
As old as they are,
they'll be favored next year.
You worry about that?
You know, so it still has to make the East be like, well, what y'all gonna do? How y'all gonna improve? What moves can y'all make? You know, and I think there's so many disgruntled players too on the East. Carmelo disgruntled. I mean, Derrick Rose coming back, said that's gonna work out. You know, Brooklyn. I think, you know, really is Pierce and KG gonna really get me back?
Yeah.
Am I really a better team with them? I think they okay.
Brooklyn got a lot of questions they got to answer.
Brooklyn do.
Exactly. New York definitely do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got to get younger.
I
think Brooklyn needs to pay more attention to Darren Williams.
Yeah.
I think you say
I just think it's him personally.
I think it's all the market teams, per se, if you want to say, in the East have issues, you know. Yeah. Chicago, you don't know how Derrick Rose is going to come back. Melo in New York. Brooklyn, you don't know how that's going to work out. Indiana, guys, you know, if they don't
got
make
plenty
it
of problems.
You know, but then you look at all the other teams that's structuring, that's coming along, but Charlotte, Washington.
Back. Yeah.
You know, nobody expected them to do what they're doing or whatever. And I think Atlanta's just one of them teams like, okay, y'all gonna make the playoffs, but you know y'all ain't
they always mediocre.
Yeah, you know, y'all.
They just a mediocre
y'all
team.
Always good for that 8 to 7, but after that, y'all going home. Unless y'all get a run, which is unlikely anymore. So, like I say, it's interesting. But the West, the West is still interesting, you know, with the Clippers, Portland. You know, Golden State.
Don't get their stuff
but then
together,
this Golden State, you know, you was figuring like they was gonna be there for a minute, but now they get a new coach and they go back to the way it was.
It ain't gonna make no difference.
Because Steve Kerr the coach now and everything.
Yeah,
and he'll get the benefit. He'll get the benefit of the first year coach if they don't get back.
Yeah,
right.
So
they're gonna test his coaching skills.
Yeah, it's all fun.
Definitely, and he gonna have to be the disciplinarian in a sense too now. So you gotta see how he handles that.
But you know, it's funny that, you know, basketball is technically still one of the few sports where, as you like saying, when I go to my job, you know, I can't underperform and get my boss fired.
Can you say that again, please? One more time. Thank you.
I cannot go to my job
and underperform
and get my boss, aka manager, aka supervisor, whatever that next level, fired. But in basketball,
you can overplay your case. You can overperform and get your boss fired.
Exactly. You know,
which that's the case of Mark Jackson. Each year, Golden State had went up in win totals in the last 3 seasons. Mm-hmm. Exactly. That team was a strictly lottery team when Mark Jackson got there.
Every year.
And now...
Look at Utah. Jerry Salone had a nice winning record.
Right.
Till who come along? Darren Williams. Why? Because he a prima donna. Why? Because he don't like to work. Why? Because he don't like being told what to do.
You lose some money or something on the game? Or?
Right. Why? Because he like to be a prima donna.
Because he like, what happened to you? Look.
Right. You got fired because of what? A player got you fired. Right. Come on now. That's why I say
Sloan had coached there like 25 years.
He know what it is to win. You got this little prima donna, little entitled ass kids coming in the pro game expecting to call the shots just because you're a star player. No, you got to sit yourself down and earn your stripes, just like everybody else. It might be a new paradigm, but still protocol remains the same.
Bless you.
Thank you. I think that's the same thing too when you talk about the younger players, because I think the NBA and college have probably come to that agreement that, you know, it's hurting both games.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, with them coming, you know, it was definitely, you know,
too young,
when
getting
they was coming right from high
potential.
school, you know, that was a but then, you know, the one and done, you know, I think that's why the level of the game itself is not as high.
It's not
as it used to be.
Plus, they're not coming out with skill level that they need to learn their position. They're not learning their craft in college. They're just playing just to get.
I'm auditioning.
They auditioning just to get a contract.
I'm auditioning.
You getting paid for potential. I don't know no real life job that pays for potential.
Except for sports.
Except for sports, and that's not.
Well, the only and definitely Major League Baseball.
Well, they all draft for potential, but I don't know no real life. I don't know no real job that pays for potential.
Never do. You got to bring a lot to the table to get that money.
Yeah, this guy can win me a chance.
You believe because he got the talent, because he showed you a couple spurts every now and then.
Right.
Okay. I'm going to show you a couple of spurts. Can I get paid like that too?
Right. Because I think what the NBA needs to do, as far as with the college thing, I think they need to get rid of that one and done and stuff. Mm-hmm. And if they're 18 and they think they're talented enough to go to the draft, go. It's only going to be one or two.
For those who know that,
right?
College ain't.
I wouldn't even have a problem with them, with the NBA developing a intermediary league.
Oh, that's a development league.
Yeah, development league, bridging college to pros.
They got that.
Oh no, because technically they in competition.
Technically in competition, right? So therefore they really can't do that. But I would like to see it.
Well, I mean, like Mark Cuban said, he wants to. Of course, college didn't like to hear him say that, but he was like, we have this development league. That's why it's called the developmental league. If an 18-year-old knows that
he doesn't want to go to
college, yes, he can come here. It's structured just like the NBA. Mm-hmm. You're going to get, I think it was $40,000. I think they start off for the year.
Something like that.
$40,000 for the year, which is about $20, just under $20 an hour, which is more
than what average person coming out of college or high school can get.
Exactly. Right. It's just it's just under $20. Just under $20 an hour. You're going out, you're doing everything that NBA. You're traveling, you're learning the structure of the NBA and everything like that. But then he also said, well, let's throw them in some life skills to teach them how to manage money or give them something else also while they're here. You can, in your off season, you can be going to learn a trade or a skill.
You can go to school off season, get your degree.
Have another direction.
Yeah. Exactly, because at the end of the day, there's too many going. There's so much money that's wasted because if you done came in and put in 10 years, 15 years. And made $100 million, and you have
got nothing to show for it.
Right,
that's outrageous to me.
That's called pip game. Because they give you that money up front, but then they take that money right back behind you, and then they find you, and you working for free. I'm just saying.
But then I think it goes too, like I say.
But then you don't have
culture.
That's culture.
It does happen to white athletes. But it happens more
to us.
It happens more to us.
And that's
because we're not educated enough to know we were never taught the financial planning, financial budgeting, or any of those kind of financial things that'll make us last longer. Back in the days, they did because you had certain people.
Unless you're a special player.
Unless you're a special player.
Like LeBron, circled and just came in and people circled around him to make sure, he built
his circle around him.
He went back to his friends who were doing.
Exactly.
They were in school. Some of the school doing
but they all had different roles. Different aspects, and different areas of expertise so they can build around. He built his own team around him.
It wasn't like the Allen Iverson. This is just my entourage.
This my crew. This my crew.
This my dudes from the hood. We just kicking it.
It's like kicking it LeBron. Some of them through college.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So it's like they don't. You got to understand that. Somebody signed that contract. Even if you're going from nothing to $5-6 million a year,
right,
for a couple of years, that's a lot of money from nothing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you didn't have nothing before you went to college, you definitely
ain't gonna have nothing then.
And then to get this $5-6 million a year,
and you ain't gonna have to have nothing either because that's
I think it's the pressure too, or some people when family comes along, you
gotta take care of them and that.
It's like well,
can I get some help?
Some people don't have that.
Can I get some help?
Some people just don't have the heart to be like
no, I do.
I'd be like, or family members, or
I'll be honest with you.
It's like having your own. It's like my son, things go along. All of a sudden, next thing people are like, hey, kind of do that. Hey, you knew he was playing when he had a game. You never came to a single high school game. Never called nothing. Till all of a sudden it's draft day.
Oh, my baby, then.
I see the boy at the
baby.
drain. It's like, no, I have no problem. No,
I
you
can say
call
no.
me, call me heathen, call me whatever you. It's the same thing, like with what's his name, with Beyonce daddy and his baby mama.
Yeah,
that ain't his responsibility. That ain't her responsibility.
Even though that's blood, but that ain't her responsibility.
Nope.
You know.
That's just like winning the lottery. When you win, that's just like people winning the lottery. Now, don't get me wrong. If I win the lottery, yeah, I'm gonna take care of my family, but it ain't gonna be that kind of way. I'm gonna pay off all their debt, and that's gonna be the end of it. Because once you debt free, you ain't got nothing to say.
That's what I wanted to do.
That you ain't got nothing to say once you debt free.
I wanted to pay off everybody. If
Everybody
homeowner,
bring your
I wanted
bills.
to pay off their homeowner.
Bring me your bills. I'll pay them off. After that, you debt free.
Yeah.
There's no reason why you should ask me for anything because you can do whatever you want after that.
Yeah, fix your credit and got you all together.
Thank you.
Your credit, or if you're going to school, I'll pay for the rest.
I'll
of your
pay
school.
for that too, but I'm not giving nobody no cash money. I'm sorry, can't do it.
Exactly, because that
you
moment
ain't gonna
you
do
give them that one
dollar.
It ain't gonna go what they said
but
they
them
wanted it
that's a
for.
drug,
No, but
they're addicted because they need to come back.
yeah, but it ain't gonna go for what they asked for. Well, you know, I need a couple dollars to do this, but then when I give it to you, you ain't did nothing you said you wanted to
It
do.
was like I gave you $5,000 last time. It's like, well, you know, I got this little investment. It's
No.
gonna cost like $50,000.
I'm cool.
You know what I'm saying? I see this little
I'm
club.
good.
You know,
I'm cool.
whatchamacallit, I want to buy it. You know, and no.
How about I pay your credit off and you go buy whatever you want? So that way
Right.
it's depending on you because you're not coming back to me asking for no money.
Or
Oops, sorry.
it was like, okay, well, this is my financial assistant. This is going to go the whole entire way with you. Oh, well, I got somebody.
No,
Oh, no,
I'm cool.
It's either my people or no people.
Thank you.
Right.
Because they're going to watch out for my investment.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to give you this money in your hand, but we're going to sit down and say how I can be mapped, and I'll also get the check to the people. You know, the construction worker, we're going to get the best deal and everything going forward. Oh, man, I thought you could just cut me the check.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Be mad as hell.
Be mad.
I'm like, no, I made it to your school. Your
Be
school got
mad. Hey, be mad. Can't be mad at mine.
it. You be like, what? But hey, I made
You
it
going
out
to
the
school.
You going to school.
School and tuition, books, and paid for.
Right.
I'll even throw in housing if you want to. If you ain't got no place to stay, you can
Right.
go live
And
on
I'll
dorm.
give you a little ride too.
I'm telling
I
you
ain't
right
doing
now,
it. I ain't doing that. Once I pay the school and housing and books, you better catch the bus and catch a ride a bike or something. You gonna have to work something out. You got to do something. You got to put some footwork in. Something.
I ain't say I was gonna give him a new ride.
I done literally gave you free education as if you was back through 1 through 12.
Yeah.
Right.
All you got to do is show up.
Thank you.
So take advantage of it.
Thank you. Just show up.
I'll put you back to first grade. All you got to do is get there. It's free.
That's it. That's it.
They'll be mad.
And if you
Be
don't
mad.
make good of it, I'm through with you.
Oh, you ain't got to be through on it. Really ain't nothing I can talk to you about.
Right. Exactly. Because
I still love you. We still family, but
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
it's cool.
Got to be mandatory. Got to finish.
Then at that point,
I
in
might
time-
have a promissory note if you skeptical. You ain't gonna finish.
Oh,
You
know
gotta
what's
pay me my
crazy?
money. You gotta pay my money back. You drop out.
But you know what's funny though? It's like that thing with Allen Iverson though. You know,
Right.
you gotta wait to get what 17 years now to get that 30 million, which half is then gonna go to to get that 15 million.
Jeez.
But it's funny that you know something like that was put in
Right.
for him. But it's cool. But it's like, wow, how by the time he get that money, he gonna have to pay it back because
It's gonna be gone.
we gone.
That's why I will never accept no upfront money. Sorry,
Outrageous.
because once you give me upfront money, then you're gonna come with all this little
I wonder how many other
backdoor
players have
stuff.
that. That was interesting.
I'm quite sure there's a lot of
thing
players
that was
do.
put there for but I think that's probably along some retirement thing that they thought that because if he made up 150 million, 170 million,
He made a pretty good amount of money.
I think it was like $150 million.
Now let me ask y'all a question. If y'all did hit the lottery for substantial, would you take payments or just take the whole lump sum?
taking
I'm taking a lump sum because ain't no telling I'm gonna be living for life.
Because if you die, the money doesn't go to nobody.
If you die, you don't get no money. Give me the money up front. I'll pay all the taxes up front.
You gonna cut me that one check, and I could die in a
Die tomorrow,
scuba
right.
diving accident.
I'm not giving the state no money
and
back.
then my family screwed for us. No, I'd rather get the whole lump sum.
Because your heirs don't get that money.
So
Right.
I mean, it doesn't. If the lottery was $400 million, my take home after is let's say $216 million.
216 something.
I only paid $1.
Thank you.
It was a $2. Okay, it was $2
At
Right.
max 10.
To win that
At
$216
max
million.
10.
So no, some people be like, nah, I want the full $400 million. You a fool.
You ain't gonna get it.
You're gonna die before you get that full $400 million.
You ain't even gonna get that.
They gonna sabotage you. Let's get
over the next 20 years, and you say, "But we're gonna give you this money over the next 20 years."
Right.
I'm sure there's a fail-safe lottery extermination team out somewhere that can make things look really like an accident. Because who gets to keep all that money? The state.
The state do.
That's crazy. They get to keep that money. You could die the first
but
year.
But they really laugh at people when they say, well, "Give me my payments over years," because they know they ain't gonna have to pay that money back.
So most people that win and hit are older people.
Most of them.
Yep.
For the most part. It's very rare that you find young people that win that kind of money.
That is true.
It's kind of like, you hit the lottery, and it's funny. It's like I look at hitting the lottery in different levels. Everything from getting the $5 for the $250,000, the $160 take home, to $3 million, $4 million, to the outrageous amount. I say it's like, wow, this would be my spending based on this, or how I would approach family. Because I ain't gonna lie. If I hit a lottery, and let's say it was like for $2 million, something like that, I ain't telling my family nothing.
I win $1 million, I'm cool with it. Because I'm going to still live the way I am. And I'm going to leave that money in the bank. And if I can't live off of $80,000 a year off the interest off that $1 million, I got some bad habits that I need to cut out. And I need to cut a lot of people out for mooching off of me because I don't like coattail riders.
Because you telling that to you, it's like, okay, I think I could stretch this for the rest of my life, but not
my lifetime, not my life and everybody else's.
There's a difference between $2 million and $216 million.
Right.
The more people I got to take care of, that's less I got to do.
Exactly.
I got to divide my money up. No, I'm cool. Nope.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
216 million. Woo.
Yeah.
But 2.1 million, wouldn't tell nobody.
I ain't gonna lie. Wouldn't know. Because it's kind of like, because at the end of the day, if I go out, I get a bigger house. I go buy me a $300,000 or $400,000 house. That's how much in taxes that I have to plan out for.
You gotta plan out.
And he, like you say, that's for the. So
you gotta think about the water, sewer.
Exactly. Right. Do I want to pay at that point in time?
Electric, gas.
If I'm getting a bigger house, something like that, or whatever, I'm getting one of those houses where I'd be like, I'm getting the bamboo because it was less cost effective. Yeah. I want solar panels. I want what's the next thing out for heating. I want electric. I want tankless water heaters.
Right.
I want one of them wind turbines next to me. Also.
Man, so that way I could turn around and sell that electricity back.
Right.
To the company, or be like, hey, I got this wind turbine. I can sell it back to you.
I can sell it to the community.
Exactly. So no, like you say, you want that money. People, especially knowing you got that kind of money.
People expectations change, Evie.
Well, they can change all they want.
Imagine it's just, I can't imagine that.
I can.
I do my little car porn when I be putting on my cars and stuff like that. But some of them cars, I be like, that's $250,000. That's $300,000.
Right.
Wow. How does it feel to drive a $300,000 car and knowing that somebody can just key it and brick it because you didn't give them the money?
I'm cool. I'm still gonna ride the same hoopty. I'm gonna have a truck and I have a new car in the garage. I'm gonna still ride during the daytime with my hoopty. I'm gonna keep that hoopty all right. Then I'll come back. I'm like, why did I get that? Don't worry about that. Just don't worry about that. You still stay in the hood? Wink, wink. No, I don't, but I do. I might be moving out of the country if I get that kind of money.
Yeah, like I say,
and still keep my residency in America.
Yeah, 216. Yeah, 216 million. Yeah, Cleveland has just became just a visiting spot. 2.16 million. Cleveland still
that kind of money.
I'll be able to venture a little more.
Look, that kind of money, America gonna be a visiting spot for me, baby. I'm getting up out of here, baby. Trust me. I'm not staying here. No, sorry, Bob. Cost of living is cheaper somewhere else.
But somebody will tell or something. You know what I'm saying?
Who knows? The only reason they know because you gone.
Right.
They be like, she just left the state.
That's all right.
Because what are the chances of somebody seeing you in an exotic country?
That's all right. I'm on vacation, baby. Working vacation, honey. Because they ain't going to stay long.
Like, girl, she went on vacation like in 2015. I ain't seen her since.
Yeah, but they not going to be there that long no way because they probably on vacation to visit, so they don't know how long I'm going to be there. I'm on a working vacation. Wink, wink, nod, nod. I'm on vacation, too.
Yeah.
Like, you always go on vacation there. I know.
I take that little money and just...
But just think about it. How many celebrities you think really stay in America now? Like...
Or have a true official... Well, they have a home.
Well, they have a home. They born and raised in America. But how many people really celebrities that got money like that really stay in America? I would have to really
start. But then that causes to start really doing some research because it's like could I possibly find like a little small country that's.
You can find anything with that kind of money.
I mean,
that's buy your own.
I know, but I'm saying I want to find somewhere where I can go and live discreetly without. You can and be happy, settle down. I got to live in a little village. I get free. I'm cool.
Look at George Clooney. He got that kind of money. He got a house in Italy. He stay in Italy most of the time. Yeah. He come over to America, do his films, and do his business, and go back to Italy. Just think about it now.
Hey, I don't know. It's learning a whole new culture. I might could go buy me a small little African country.
You could probably go to Guam and find you a nice little space, nice little rental space right there.
Be like
have about 50,000, be living lovely over there, man.
You gonna make yourself a prince over there?
Yeah, be living like that. What's that guy for with the animals? The cartoon with the animals. But Eddie Murphy's a donkey. I mean the zebra.
And
Sherry Shepherd's the mama, the tiger. What's the? Oh my God! We like to move it. We like to move it. What's the name of that movie, Quentin? We like to. Yes.
Madagascar.
How the little king, lemur was.
Right.
Well, he just like that'd be somewhere like that. Like just kicking it where I just could buy like a whole little village and we could just live life and party. You know what though? It'd be funny though if I, with that kind of money, I'd come back and buy East Cleveland and convert it into the city that I think it should be.
Yeah.
And turn it into the model city. I really would do that. I would really think about that.
Yeah.
All I had to do was run for mayor.
I could see myself buying a nice little city myself.
By East Cleveland people run
for mayor. It's gonna be gated.
I just want me
to have a
gated EC.
You gotta have you gotta have a RFID chip in you to get in my gated community, baby.
As soon as you start hitting the borders of EC, little gates come up.
Look, we got beep.
Sorry. We need to see your passport. You need to be stamped.
You ain't got to do all that with an RFID chip. As soon as you come in the city, you gonna everybody gonna know you in the city. You gonna be in there.
Gonna pop up a blip.
I have me a nice little spot in Bracknell and everything. Then the first thing I have one of them Adam and Eve style parties where everybody got to wear a fig leaf. And
Lord.
This guy trying to repopulate the planet.
Repopulation over here. But before we leave, what do y'all think about Mos Def not being able to come back into
What
the
are the
United
reasons
States?
behind it? Did they ever give the official reason?
There is no official reason, but from the information that I have gathered, he's been has his residency in Africa for the last 3-4 years now.
Okay. So how could you be like what's the word?
I have no clue how you become de-Americanized.
I mean,
he was born and raised in Brooklyn.
How can you lose your American citizenship?
Born and raised.
Right.
People have dual citizenship.
But then again, you have to think about it. He has been known to express his political views since he's been into the industry anyway. Yeah. So just by him doing this little experiment that he went through, he actually put himself to go through waterboarding and things like that terrorists go through in the United States Army. So by him putting it out there
so what
on YouTube
he's a
and
risk
stuff
now?
Yeah, that's probably why. It's a political reason why
he gonna come back now and just ban the hip hop community to army?
It's a political reason why they did it. Otherwise they would have never did, because he put it out there. He put his whole experiment being waterboarded and being terrorized by trained professionals and put it on YouTube.
It is?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Because he had a video where he showing he was getting waterboarded and doing all those terrorist tactics that he have, and he just woke up crying.
Stuff that Huck do to people on B16. He was B16.
Right.
That's
Oh, man.
So
they probably said, you ain't coming back here.
Right. Maybe. But I think that's just more of a political reason.
Yeah, so I don't see no hip hop community behind that. But if it was Rick Ross, oh my God, they won't let Rick Ross. They some haters.
Yeah. So I guess he canceled his whole U.S. tour.
That's crazy.
Wow. Rumbo just texted me and told me they say it's about the comments he made about the U.S.
Right, about the waterboarding and stuff like that.
So I guess if you here, they really can't touch you. But if you leave, we can't let you back.
Right, they won't let you back in the country.
You're on a no-fly list. You become a threat.
Yeah.
You're a threat to our list. You're a threat to our lifestyle here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
But they feel
Miss you
realize
most,
they the
though.
threat. But they the threat to our America.
See how they turn it when Jay-Z went to Cuba and came
I'm
back?
in America, so you can't put me out. Or you can try, but I'm coming back in. Some way.
I'm an exchange student from Zimbabwe. Ale Falakaba. I'll come back and I'll open up a 7-Eleven.
Right.
And my whole family will be like, hey, I got y'all. Now what y'all need to do?
Get y'all money 7 years tax free.
I'm hooking
Man,
y'all
look
up. Now I'm going to start this franchise.
You got 7 years.
We're going to do it the reverse way.
And we're going and every 6 years we're going to put in somebody else's name.
We're going to flip
Your
it.
family.
And we're going to keep on getting this
Now
free
you
tax
young
money.
bucks better get it right, because y'all gonna have to be stocking the stores for them 7 years.
Yes, sir.
So you get your franchise.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep all our money with each other.
That's crazy.
All our monies.
Yeah,
All
at
I
the end
know.
of the day, at the end of the day, what we with people got to work it out.
Yeah.
Because I think the problem is, I think we people feel like if I don't mess with you, I can't work with you. That's BS.
Right.
At the end of the day,
Or
if I don't like you, that's cool. But if we got a common ground that can make some money together, that's why you get lawyers and people that sign contracts and stuff with them, because you don't necessarily have to meet each other.
Right.
You just have to put it in the process.
Yes.
And then you go away.
But nowadays, I find society nowadays don't want to work with you if you don't think and act like them now.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
well,
that's
if
true.
you're not a hustler, or entrepreneur, or mover, or something like that,
I wouldn't want to be around you.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
Right.
But if you can't have everybody on your team thinking and acting the same way, where's the
You need
diversity at?
individualities.
Where's the diversity at? Where's the outside of the box thinking? If everybody thinking the same way and act the same way,
Right.
y'all all gonna come up with the same ideas?
Yeah.
Oh, so y'all gonna have infighting? Like, I came up with this idea first. Oh, he stole my idea. No, come on now, for real. Let's be creative.
And to make it more versatile field for the
Exactly.
company itself, because they can go in many different directions and just going with the blinders.
But
all
I
one
think
way.
as a people, I think it's easier when you, let's say if you got a group of unless they just spirited, but on average, if you got a group of, let's say, 4 white guys that's thinking about doing something that, after high school, that says, we know that there's not going to be any money made now, but if we grind out and keep to the plan 3 or 4 years down the road, we solid.
We're gonna
Right.
be okay.
I think when you take 4 brothers like that, I don't think it doesn't transpire that same way, because at the end of the day,
Egos get in the way.
I think it's more sometimes, and not to say it doesn't happen for that side too. I'm just saying on average,
It happens more on our side, than their
yeah.
side, because they can put their side and their egos and their pride together for a common cause.
Okay, let's
Exactly.
do it.
The end game is for them, but for us, it's about now. What am I
Image.
doing for myself?
right?
How can I
Image.
stroke my ego? This my
My
pride.
image.
This my thing. You can't come over my territory to tell me what to do.
And like I say, sometimes people, it's like if you got 4 guys, let's say if this is a rap group, if you got 4 guys and you got rapper A, everybody's like, yeah, that's the guy.
He good for that.
He rapper A, that's his front man. But let's say if people like rapper C more than A,
Then you
that's
let
when
C
A
shine.
has to step back and say,
Right.
okay, we gonna go ahead and push C.
C up
'Cause
front.
Apparently, that's what I'm saying. But
Right.
no, because most rapper A doesn't want to
Do that.
relinquish.
Right.
That probably like, no, I'm that dude. You're supposed to be the.
I'm the main
and then
man.
Sometimes rapper C ain't even really trying to be the man. He just
Right. He just doing his
I just know what I
thing
do.
because it's natural to him. That's something he love. He got a passion for.
and it just so happens, and I think that
But-
happens a lot too.
Person A I got the passion, but I'm really passionate about getting that money.
But C's getting the money.
C getting the more money. He got a lot more longevity than A do.
Exactly, but they don't want to switch it up. I think that's another thing. The people don't know how to defer.
But that's just like sports do.
Right.
Because you got a lot of coaches that don't know how to sit their quote unquote star player down when they're not doing well. They want to star player like, look here, I know I'm not doing well, but still put me in the game because I'm the man. Some head coaches have to be
Regardless
that struggle
of being
person.
good to you or not.
But
I think
you're
that's-
not benefiting me if you're not doing well.
I think that goes to what like Keith's been saying or whatever for the longest time with Waiters and Kyrie. At the end of the day, when Kyrie was down or whatever, Waiters as a player and a leader, you saw something that was different in him. I think during that period when Kyrie was down,
Right.
Because the team itself, they played.
They're a little bit different though. They
They're a
played
little
differently.
They're a little
And the
different.
ball
Right.
moves around more.
Right.
Yeah, and I was like, not that I'm saying that, but I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, whatever, it's about wins. Mm-hmm. It's about the team winning.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people, the team don't win because somebody doesn't. You know, hey, man, I ain't ready to let that go.
Right. I ain't about to let no second string person outshine me.
Like I have to do that.
Yeah.
Man, all I know is I get to raise a trophy. At the end of the day, they're going to still say I was the man that got the trophy.
Right.
Up.
Right.
We all get the same trophy. Look, they all get the same ring. They all get to hold the same trophy. Yeah. Y'all all don't get the same trophy to take home.
And they gave me MVP, but he put in the work in.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, we'll see what's happening.
Well,
Gentlemen,
we reached the...
I don't know what to say this is.
You can say not goodbye.
It's not goodbye. We on
we'll
our
see
hiatus.
A little bit later.
We on a vacation.
Yes.
Restructuring.
Coming back bigger,
better,
stronger, faster,
realer. And we leaving the flakes alone.
Yeah, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen. This is the Hood Point on the NMSC Radio Network.
Work.